So, welcome to the first small group session of 2016. It's nice to be with you all, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy new year and much blessing for the time ahead. As we have heard, our theme for this year is Victory with Christ, and we wish this for you in the coming year. We will be focusing this month on 3 victories that we have in our lives with Christ: victory over evil, victory over fear, and victory over ourselves. In this session, we are going to explore what evil is, how it could affect us personally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and ways for us to overcome through Jesus with Him as our example. There are specific things we associate with evil in our world today. It seems that every day we are confronted with media images of terrorist attacks, school shootings, and other horrific acts. When we hear these reports, we can't help but think that evil is winning. Evil isn't only exposed in devastating, terrible situations, but also in the little mundane occurrences of our lives. For example, gossip in our daily lives, including our interactions in the congregation, can tear down our relationships and our unity. In all of these cases, evil works to destroy something that is really precious. It has the ability to break us physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and could ultimately separate us from our God. In these moments, we have a choice. We can be overcome by evil, or we can choose to fight it. Today, we can go back at Jesus' death and know that it was necessary in order to provide each person with the promise of salvation. At the time, Jesus' experiences leading up to his death show moments where evil seemed to be victorious. Not only was Jesus physically tortured and killed, but he also faced enemies that sought to hurt him both emotionally and spiritually. Let's get into that. In Matthew, in the 27th chapter, the soldiers who led Jesus to the cross mock him by putting a scarlet robe on and crowns of thorns on him, bowing to him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" In this moment, the soldiers are looking to humiliate Jesus, making him look like an imposter in front of all the people who a week before had hoped that he would change things for them. Later on in the chapter, this is followed by the attempt of Jesus' spiritual destruction when the chief priests say, "If he is the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross and we will believe him. He trusted in God. Let him deliver him now if he will have him." Jesus, as we understand, could have exercised his power as the Son of God by actually doing what the chief priests ridiculed him with. However, it would not have been a decision that was a part of God's will, but rather something that would just appease the people. Jesus lived his life according to his Father's will, and he did not allow any evil to deter him from completing his part in the plan of salvation. This serves as a great example for all of us in battling evil we face in our world today and following God's purpose for us. As we read about Jesus' crucifixion in the Gospels, we see that Jesus did not allow evil to hinder his selfless love for all. Even as he was hanging on the cross, the ultimate victim, Jesus asked for forgiveness for the people who are crucifying him. He also serves through his conversation with the 2 men crucified with him, and even says to the thief on his right, "Today, you will be with me in paradise." Jesus also cares for his mother in a very direct and personal way when he says to her, "Woman, behold your son," and entrusts her care to John, saying, "Behold your mother." In this way, Jesus demonstrates that in moments of evil and great pain, we still want to reflect God's love to those that are around us. By studying Jesus' actions leading up to his death, we can learn how to overcome evil. We can do this by remaining faithful to the Lord, not letting anything deter us from following God's will, and doing good unto others in all circumstances. Jesus gained victory over evil. Even physical destruction of his body could not stop him from overcoming evil, as shown by his resurrection. We do not have the ability to prevent all evil that physically and emotionally hurts us or others, but we respond by serving each other in kindness, empathy, and love. We can also overcome spiritual evil that seeks to separate us from God. And if we become weak in this battle against evil, every Sunday we can experience Christ's victory. The overcoming power of Jesus Christ that we celebrate during Holy Communion can give us the strength to have victory over evil as he did. Let us be renewed by this and not let evil defeat us as we answer God's calling for our lives to follow his will. Now please turn to your guides to go over the discussion questions.